Hello, my name is Hunter Woods, and this is my Humanities teaching project on the School of Athens by Raphael. The medium that this painting is created in is called the fresco style, or fresh. Why is it called the fresh style? It is because the painter will take his paint and water mixture and apply it on top of freshly laid drywall, freshly laid plaster. They didn't have drywall back then. This was used in a lot of murals, wall murals, because it would help improve the strength of the wall as well as the integrity of the painting, as the painting was not on top of the wall where it could be easily chipped, but painted into the wall. Raphael's painting is very famous for his use of lines and shapes. He uses lines in a vanishing point to draw the viewer's eye into his center two characters here. Now, what lines does he use for that? He has the line of the hallway going down and back, which brings your eye down, and he also uses these two groups of people on either side of who he wants you to be looking at, to kind of draw you slowly more into the center. He also uses shapes. He uses shapes to bring a depth and perspective, to give the viewer a depth and perspective to the painting. He uses these squares on the ground with the people on top to give you a more 3D view, as if you're actually standing here in the School of Athens looking at these people, rather than a 2D picture just hanging on the wall. The painting is very well lit, as highlighted by the pretty clear blue skies in the background. There is not many dark hues or tones in it. It is rather, he used just a realistic mellow color scheme, as was common back in that day. He uses this as it helps the viewer's eye not be drawn to one singular part of the picture. Your eye is kind of free to gaze around at the nice light colors, and it's not drawn into one spot until you are naturally drawn in by the use of his lines. The biggest significant pattern that I have noticed in this picture or painting would be his use of symmetry. If you take a nice cut down the center, on both sides is mirrored pretty nicely of his groups of people to the statues that he uses. What is the meaning of the School of Athens, though? Well, this is one of 4 paintings that Raphael did in the Vatican City. This one was under the theme of philosophy. And as you can see in the picture, it shows many philosophers, scholars, and scientists from his time and before all gathered together to share their ideas and expand their knowledge with each other. Though, this is not all that is shown in the picture, because we have our 2 main people that he wants us to focus on. So what's significant about them? Well, on the right, left, if you're viewing it like this, you have Plato. And then on the opposite, you have Aristotle. And he uses their hand gestures to show how they thought about the world and their philosophies. Plato is pointing up to the sky as more of his view of ideas and more of a maybe godly or heavenly presence that you cannot see or feel. On the other hand, Aristotle has his hand out and palm facing towards the ground, and his worldview when he was alive was more on the worldly things, more tangible things, things that you could touch, taste, or see. And that is some of the things, that is some of the meaning of this picture. Thank you very much.